Okay, today's lesson will be how do we solve linear quadratic system. Alright, so if you know these words, linear means straight, quadratic is a U, so you're going to have a situation where you're going to have a U and a straight line crosses each other, and you want to find out where these intersection points are, doing it this algebraically. Alright, so on the top one, we have a quadratic. And how do I know it's a quadratic? Because of this x squared, okay? And then the bottom one, we have a linear equation because it's just in the form of y equals mx plus b. Okay, so this is quadratic and linear, right? So what I like to do is we have here, it says y equals this and y equals this. If I know that y equals this and y equals this, then that means these two are equal to each other. All right, so saying y is equal to y, so these two are equal to each other. All right, so I did everything in steps. This is the first problem of your worksheet, so follow along. All right, it says first step, make them equal to each other and move one to the other side. So what I like to do is I like to put the quadratic one to my left, so that's this one right here. So I'm going to do x squared minus 6x plus 3 equals, and then I like to put my linear one on the right, minus 2x plus 3. The reason why is because I like to move everything to the left most of the time, alright, so I could equal it to 0. So I'm gonna have, alright, so here's my first step, and then it says move one to the other side, so you have to move this minus 2x and this plus 3 to the side. So in order for us to do that, do the opposite. Plus 2x minus 3. Okay, you're going to do plus 2x minus 3. Okay, you cross these out. This equals to 0. And then you're going to have x squared minus 4x plus 0. Okay, you can put plus 0 because the c value will be 0. Okay, and then next step, we'll do step number 2. Step number 2 is use the quadratic equation to solve for the x values. All right, so I have my equation right here, right? So remember your ABC numbers. The a number is going to be the front number. Since there's no front number here, it's going to put a 1. So a equals 1, and then b equals the one next to the x, which is negative 4, and the c is equal to 0. Okay, you gotta sit there and do the quadratic equation. Remember, it's negative b, so it's negative parentheses plus minus square root b squared, which is, so I'm gonna do parentheses squared, minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, so if you forget, just look at your previous lesson for the equation. So this was your b number, so my b number is going to be negative 4 negative b plus minus b square root b squared. So again, negative 4. And then your a number is 1, your c number is 0, all right, and then your a number is 1 again, all right, so it's b, b, a, c, a. Okay, let's clean this up. It's going to be negative parentheses negative 4 gives you a positive 4 plus minus square root. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the calculator. So I'm going to go to my calculator. Okay. I'm going to put parentheses negative 4 squared minus, not negative, minus 4 parentheses 1 parentheses 0, and that number is going to give me a 16. All right, so this, it gives me a square root 16 over 2. Okay, 4 plus minus. Okay, I know what square root 16 is because in my calculator, if I go second, square root 16, I'm going to get 4, a regular 4, not square root 4, a regular 4. So this number now, square root 16, becomes a regular 4 over 2. Okay, and remember I showed you that this is one of those weird fractions where you're going to have two answers because of that plus minus, right? So I'm going to go to my calculator and figure out the first answer. So I'm going to do my plus answer first. So you're going to have to do, and clear this out, 4 plus 4, enter. And if you guys don't put enter, you're going to get it incorrect. So you have to do 4 plus 4, enter. Don't do 4 plus 4, divide by 2. Do 4 plus 4, enter, and then divide by 2. And then you get 4. Okay, x equals 4. Right, you're going to do it for the minus sign now. That should be easy. So it's 4 minus 4, enter, divided by 2. And you're going to get 0. So x equals 0. Okay, so you got x equals 4 and x equals 0. And then step 3, you're going to have to plug in those numbers in one of the equations on top. All right, obviously you don't want to plug it in here because it's too complicated. So plug it into the easier one, which is the bottom one. Okay, so step 3, I'm going to plug these numbers into the easier linear equation, which was negative 2x plus 3. So step 3, I'm going to plug my equation. So it was y equals negative 2x plus 3. And I'm going to do it twice for two of my answers. My first answer was x equals 4. And the other one was x equals 0. So I got to try it twice. Okay? So the first answer, let's do it twice. So I'll just do it twice like this. Y equals negative 2x plus 3. Okay? So I'm going to go y equals negative 2. Now since it's x, I'm going to put that number there instead. 4. So parentheses 4 plus 3. Okay, I'm going to put that in the calculator exactly the way it is. So it's, I'm going to clear it, negative 2 parentheses 4, close parentheses, plus 3. And I get y equals negative 5. So my first answer is going to be 4 comma negative 5. It's x comma y. So it's going to be 4 comma negative 5. So that's my first answer. And I'm going to do it again for now with 0. Okay, so y equals negative 2 parentheses 0 plus 3. Okay, if I put that in the calculator, negative 2, that's really easy. Negative 2 parentheses 0 plus 3, I'm going to get 3. So it's going to be 0 comma 3. 0 comma 3. So here are my two answers, and if you have any questions, meet us at our office hours from 11 to 12. Right, so try 2 more problems. Good night. Bye-bye.